Nikki Haley, born January 20, 1972, Bamberg, South Carolina, U.S., is an American politician who served as U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, 2017-18, in the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump. She was the first woman to serve as Governor of South Carolina, 2011-17. Haley unsuccessfully sought the Republican Party's nomination in the 2024 presidential race. Randhawa's parents were Indian immigrants who owned a small foreign goods store that evolved into a hugely successful clothing and gift venture. She began working there while still a teenager, and, after studying accounting at Clemson University, B.S., 1994, she continued at the family business. In 1996 she married Michael Haley, who later served in the National Guard and was deployed during the Afghanistan War. In 2004 Nikki won a seat in the State House of Representatives, campaigning on a traditional Republican platform that included tax cuts, immigration controls, and abortion restrictions. She took office the following year and was re-elected in 2008. In 2010 Haley ran for governor of South Carolina, earning the backing of the Tea Party movement, notably Sarah Palin. It was a bitter campaign, with Haley being subjected to racial slurs and accusations of infidelity, but she defeated more experienced candidates in the primary and went on to win the general election. When she took office in 2011, she made history as the first woman and the first person of an ethnic minority to hold the governorship. During her first term South Carolina's economy grew steadily as the jobless rate fell. Haley easily won re-election in 2014. In 2015 Haley attracted national attention after Dylan Roof, a white man, opened fire during a Bible study meeting at Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charleston, killing 9 African Americans. Roof later claimed that he had hoped to start a race war, and in the ensuing weeks pressure mounted to remove the Confederate flag, perceived by some as a symbol of racism, from the state capitol. Although she had earlier dismissed calls to remove it, in the wake of the tragedy Haley successfully led an effort to have the flag taken down. In 2016 her position among Republicans continued to rise as she was selected to give the party's response to U.S. President Barack Obama's State of the Union address. During that year's presidential election, Haley endorsed U.S. Senator Ted Cruz and was critical of eventual Republican winner Trump, notably condemning his call for a ban on Muslims. In November 2016, however, President-elect Trump selected her to serve as the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Despite having limited foreign policy experience, she was easily confirmed by the Senate in January 2017 with a vote of 96-4. Immediately thereafter she resigned as governor of South Carolina. As UN ambassador, Haley developed a reputation for being outspoken, especially concerning Iran and North Korea, both of which were pursuing nuclear programs. In 2018 she supported Trump's decision to withdraw from the nuclear deal, 2015, with Iran, though the other signatories, China, France, Russia, Germany, and the United Kingdom, signaled that they were committed to the agreement. Haley also stated that the United States would never accept a nuclear North Korea, and that North Korea's regime would be utterly destroyed in the event of a war. Haley, who had told Trump that she planned to speak her own mind, also occasionally contradicted the president and others in his administration. She notably was highly critical of Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election, calling it warfare. In October 2018 Haley announced that she was resigning as UN ambassador, and she left office in December. In 2019 Haley joined the board of directors for Boeing, but she resigned the following year, objecting to the company's decision to seek a federal government bailout during the COVID-19 pandemic. During this time Haley remained active in politics. Although she continued to support Trump, Haley was critical of his response to the attack on the U.S. Capitol in January 2021. 2 years later she announced that she was running for president in 2024, saying it was time for a new generation. Haley became the first Republican to challenge Trump, who had announced his candidacy in 2022. The race soon became crowded as others, including Mike Pence, Chris Christie, and Ron DeSantis, entered the contest. A skilled politician, Haley eventually emerged as a leading opponent to Trump, who maintained a wide lead in polls. The Iowa caucuses were held in January 2024, and Trump easily finished first, while Haley placed third. Several candidates then withdrew from the race, making it a two-person contest between the former president and Haley. Entering the New Hampshire primary a week later, there was speculation that Haley would win. However, she finished 11 percentage points behind Trump. Despite the disappointing showing, she claimed that the race was far from over. Haley subsequently lost a series of contests, including in her home state of South Carolina, before winning her first primary, in Washington, D.C. With that victory, she became the first woman to win a Republican presidential primary or caucus. However, Haley continued to lag far behind Trump in delegates. After a poor showing on Super Tuesday, Haley withdrew from the race in March 2024. She did not endorse Trump and instead said, "It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party who did not support him, and I hope he does." Haley wrote the autobiographies Can't Is Not an Option, My American Story, 2012, and With All Due Respect, Defending America with Grit and Grace, 2019, in the latter she chronicled her tenure as UN ambassador. In 2022 she published If You Want Something Done, Leadership Lessons from Bold Women.